Morning, good afternoon, good evening, Fabulites. I have got questions for you. What opens with Mary Jane and Justin married with children and living happily ever after, and what closes with Justin proposing to Mary Jane? If you guessed Being Mary Jane, Season 4, Episode 20, Feeling Tested, you're correct. I am Angela. The channel is Be Fabulous You. Thank you so much for clicking on the video and sticking around to see how we get from opening to closing. All right, let's go. So we're at work. It's a fantasy sequence. It's a dream, actually. Justin and Mary J are married. He's her producer. They got a sequence at work. We see them at home. They got babies. Work is all kicks and giggles. She sees Kara on the street. And then the child, Mary Jane and Justin's child, is like, "Mama, who was that?" And Mary Jane is like, "Just someone I used to know." And then Mary Jane awakens, and she's in bed with Justin, and she looks stressed and worried. She tells him, "Go on back to sleep." Okay, now we're at work for real. Justin is sharing his promotion plan with Mary Jane, his big, exciting story. He got the British Prince Harry and his girlfriend, who Mary Jane has been pitching and Justin has been poo-pooing. But now it'll impress the higher-ups because Good Morning America got some other British royalty or something. So now he's pursuing the story. So, MJ feels a certain way about that. Then we see Justin leaving and Kara comes and Kara is pitching, her big I'm gonna get promoted idea, and it's the panel show segment instead of the evening special, which was a one-time thing. This is better because it's an ongoing segment potentially. Mary Jane thinks it's genius, and Kara's like, somebody got to get that job. Why not me? Then we see Miss Danny, a video on the internet of Miss Danny. That's her specialty, internet videos. And Garrett is watching it as Kara joins, and we find out that Kara has been attacked. I don't think she was physically hurt, but it was scary enough that they have her security detail beefed up. So some of her fans did not like her. They feel like she's just showing empathy to human beings, and her fans don't like it. But anyway, okay, so then we see Paul's bell being ring. Papa what's his last name? The Patterson, Papa Patterson. His doorbell is being rang. It's one of the church women, and she's pitching herself to him through food for Helen's spot. And Patrick and Niecy theorized that both Papa and Mama Patterson are both lost and lonely, and they'll get back together soon. That's the theory. Then we see Mary Jane at her home, and she's smoking. Mary Jane, she's smoking Mary Jane. Mary Jane smoking Mary Jane. Okay, so her hairdresser and Aaliyah are there. They all hanging out. They're talking about the boyfriend versus bestie choice that Mary Jane has to make. And we find out that Kara is taking meetings for other jobs. So she is probably outie if she doesn't get promoted. We see Justin coming home to Mary Jane, and I think it's Mary Jane's place. He's late because he was out with Aaron, and he's like, we came to an understanding, and Mary Jane is like, so you have Aaron's vote? And, well, what if Kara gets the job? What would your reaction be? Those are not the only two on the hiring committee, because he I got this one locked up, I got this one locked up, it's a wrap, I got the job, woohoo! And, Justin is like, I think Garrett's job is mine, so we don't have to worry about that. Then one's philosophy is not, this is the quote for the episode. One's philosophy is not best expressed in words. It is expressed in the choices one makes. Eleanor Roosevelt. And we know Mary Jane has a choice to make. We see Kara and Mary Jane, they're strategizing on the Sister Circle segment. Women, your checklist needs the 21st Century Update is the name or whatever. I don't know. Kara, if I get this promotion, I'm moving John and the kids to New York City. Okay, let me go meet with Orlando and finalize the details for his retirement party. She's all excited. And then we see Orlando and Kara at a bar, and Orlando is kind of spaced out. And we find that he had a meeting with Connie, who's the co-host for the show, and he found out that she thinks that he's just another dumb jock, and that, you know, he's kind of like, she's probably right, I shouldn't be doing this. And Kara's like, boy, please, nonsense. Invite her to the party. You'll be surrounded by love. It's a comfortable environment to break the ice. That's what you need to do. Then we see Kara pitching the Sister Circle checklist segment at a meeting. And co-anchor Aaron, he has some pushback. He like, you know, this ain't The View and, you know, blah, 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 blah. And Justin pitches in her favor. He like, well, it would be good because most of our viewers are women. And if it fails, it's just one segment. If it does well, it's good, blah, 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 blah. And Garrett praises Justin's brilliance. Instead of praising Kara for her idea for the segment, he praising Justin. And, you know, Justin is the one that says most of our viewers are women. One segment, package it to appeal to the widest audience. That's what he tells MJ and Kara. Then we see Paul's doorbell is being rang again. And it's more food, more, another woman making a pitch. And Niecy is like, dang, there's so much laundry. You know, Grandma made it look easy. And Grandpa eat. And Paul is like, I'm not interested in anybody else's food but Helen's. He just said he not interested. But we thought he wasn't interested in nobody else's food but his Helen. Okay, so then we see Kara in MJ's office. And Kara is like, you know, that Justin is working some kind of angle because he supported my story pitch. You know, Mary Jane is kind of like, huh? And then the next thing she sees is Justin and Aaron sitting around laughing and bonding and, you know, what they do. Then Justin comes into Mary Jane's office later and he's like, you know, she's like, well, thanks for the help on the story, Justin, you know, pitching it and everything. And Justin is like, well, it was a good idea. Okay, I'll see you tonight. No, I'm not going to Aaron's poker game. It's too sensitive a time. It's a crucial situation. And I got to play everything just right. And Mary Jane is like, you fighting hard for this job. And Justin is like, I am fighting hard for us. You know, I put some feelers out and I was offered a job in LA as an executive producer. So if I don't get promoted here, you know, I'm gonna have to go because Kara ain't gonna want me here. I don't know. We don't know if she will or she won't, but I'm not gonna stick around and be under a bad environment. So I'll have to go to LA if I don't get this job here. And then we see Mary Jane. She's having the fantasy of what happens if Kara is at the helm as the executive producer and they're winning awards and she, you know, is all happy. It's a party. And then, you know, she sees Justin and he holding a baby boy in his hand. He's moved on and Mary Jane wakes up and Justin is like, here's, you know, he's got a picture, whatever, showing her something on the tablet. And he's like, here's the view from our new condo. I just bought it. As soon as I get Garrett's job, we can go. I balked at renting there before because it was expensive, but I bought it because seeing you smile makes me happy. And they kiss. It does seem a little suspicious, but is it? We don't know. Maybe seeing her smile makes him happy. Then we see Mary Jane. Did something just fly in here through the sunroof? Then we see Mary Jane. She's working in her office, and she's still excited about the condo. Oh, she's walking into her office. She got on her I'm going to the condo hat. And she asked Aaliyah and Ty, the hairdresser, how bad would it be if I chose Justin? And they like, choose him, girl, choose him, whatever. Then we see Danny approaching, and she's like, can I talk to you for a second, Mary Jane? And then in the office, she's like, you know, I can't backtrack on what I say just because it's not popular. I mean, I'd rather have credibility than my followers. You know, she's trying to get some mentoring from the older woman. And Mary Jane is like, you sound more and more like a journalist every day. You know what? You should be on my women's panel. And Danny is like, great. Oh, yeah, I meant to ask, is it true? Do you have the deciding vote in Garrett's replacement? And Mary Jane is like, well, what would make you think that? And Danny is like, I don't know. I thought I overheard Justin and Aaron talking about it. Shoot, I'm glad it's not true. It would be awful to have to choose between my man and my family. My man and my family, you know, my girl, you know. And then we see the panel segment, and Angela Rye is on it, and someone, Kenya Patton, I don't know who she is. Danny, you know, it's called Breakfast with Mary Jane, and Danny is being pretty quiet. They try to draw Danny into the conversation, and Mary Jane is like, you know, basically, I'm realizing, I think, you know, that I am enough even without a man. You know, if women can build empires in our careers, why can't we build families without husbands? And Kara and Justin are looking uncomfortable. Like Kara is like next to Justin, and she kind of like looking and not looking and like, you know, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she said that. How you feel about it? And then we see Mary Jane and Justin, and Mary Jane is like, so you not upset? I mean, it didn't bother you at all what I said? Maybe I don't need a man. That didn't bother you. And even when Danny referenced you on air, because Danny was like, well, what does Justin think about this? I don't know. And, you know, even when Danny referenced you on air and we had agreed not to discuss our relationship publicly anymore, I mean, I thought you'd be furious. And Justin is like, the segment allowed you to connect with viewers in a new way. And that's why America loves you. And that's why I love you. And Mary Jane is like, what? And Justin is like, you want me to repeat it? And Mary Jane is like, okay, how long have you known? It's obvious that you know I'm the deciding vote in the promotion. And Justin is like, what? You're the deciding vote in the promotion? And Mary Jane is like, you've been all out of character in your actions and saying all the right things. Come on now, Justin. And Justin is like, so you have been keeping a secret from me and accusing me of being duplicitous? Let me get this straight. When was my girl gonna tell me that she had the deciding vote? You don't trust me? You wanted the anchor, I got you the anchor. You thought that I got Kara fired, I got her rehired and promoted. You wanted Prince Harry, I got you Prince Harry. You wanted Necker Island, I gave you Necker Island. I got you your special to show you how I feel about you. I've done all of these things to show you how I feel about you. But you doubt me? Did you choose Kara? We are this close, this close. Do you love me? Look at what I have done. You know, if you look at what I've done, you know what I'm saying is true. And then the next day, Mary Jane is about to go to the hiring committee meeting. And then we see her about to go to the hiring committee. Then we see Garrett, and he's like, I'm leaving. It's my last day, but I want to announce who the replacement is, who got hired. It's Kara. She's going to be the new EP. Woo! And everybody claps, and Justin is like, and then Justin is out. Mary Jane follows him, Justin. And Justin is like, why? And Mary Jane is like, Kara will take the show to new heights. You know, you're both good. You're both excellent. You're great and everything. But what I was afraid of was that I was afraid that I was just picking you out of fear of you ending our relationship if I didn't pick you. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Where are you going? And Justin is like, you made your decision. And then Helen comes into the pattern residence, and she's got groceries. You know, way to a man's heart, you know what they say. And so she getting her way back into her man's heart. And then the door rings, and it is another female suitor for Paul bringing cake. And Niecy is like, don't worry, Grandpa hasn't touched any of the dishes that these women have brought. And Helen is like, there are more. And she opens the fridge, and it is full of dishes from women. And Miss Helen is like, those thirsty girls better lay off my man. All this mediocre mess. I'll give him something he can't refuse. giving him something he can feel, to let him know my love is real. Then we see Mary Jane helping Kara to dress for Orlando's party. And Mary Jane is like, okay, lady, what's up? You are shaking. And Kara is like, I think Orlando is going to propose. Here's a picture of a ring that I found in his bag. I just thought that by him being younger, he wouldn't be into marriage. And, you know, since my last marriage, I don't know how I feel. And then Mary Jane is like, you want to marry him, right? And, you know, she like, yeah. And Mary Jane is like, well, embrace the good things that are happening to you. You deserve them. And girl, this is just the beginning. And Kara is like, you know, I know it's a tough time for you, as Mary Jane is oiling up her ring finger so she can get the ring. And Kara's like, Mary Jane, I know it's a tough time for you with Justin leaving and everything, and you don't have to come to my party. I know you want to come to my party, come to this, but, you know, just, you know, you coming as a friend, I'm going to tell you not to come as a friend. Then we see Kara arriving at the party, and the new co-host for Orlando's show is very touchy-feely. And Kara notices, and Orlando is going to give a speech, and he's like, you know, bringing Kara up, and Kara is like, no, baby, it's just about you, you know, holding out her finger, like, I'm ready. And we know she's holding out her finger, but it's not obvious to the people there. And then he's like, no, you know, it's not about you. Congratulations on, it's not just about me, it's about us. Congratulations on your promotion. You're the first Latina woman to do the thing. Everybody give her the hands up. And I have some hand clap, you know, and I have something for her. And he bring out this big old box, and we like, what kind of ring is that? It's not a ring, y'all. It's a nameplate. With her name saying she the executive producer. And then we're back at Mary Jane's place. It's empty, and we hear Kara leaving her a message like, you okay? And then we see Mary Jane is at a doctor. She's getting the embryos implanted. Now, I do remember when they destroyed the eggs that she had some embryos left. And also, I had forgotten, but I remembered now that I watched it the second time, that she had been going through sperm donors. Remember that? So anyway, I guess she done got a donor, got the baby. She getting pregnant, trying to get impregnated. Then we see Helen and Paul, and they're finishing her meal that she made for her man. And Helen is making her pitch. She behind him. She massaging him. His belly is full. She want him to get more. He can't get no more because it's just so delicious. And she like, baby, I want to come home where I belong with you. And Paul is like, yeah, you know, it's going to be hard to replace you because your food is good. But I have something. My lawyer drew up this plan to divide the marital assets. Womp, womp. So Kara thought she was about to get engaged. She didn't get engaged. Helen thought she was about to get back with Paul. Paul is giving her divorce papers. So we see one engagement that didn't happen. We see one marriage that's dissolving. And then we see Mary Jane coming home. There are lights and flowers everywhere. And we see Action Justin. We see Justin there. And he's like, you know, I didn't know what big gesture to make. I wanted to make a big gesture. I apologize for walking out on you. Let's grow old together. You and me. With our kids. Mary Jane, will you marry me? And that's the end of the episode. But Mary Jane was looking kind of dry about the whole thing. And when we were watching it, at least the first time, my mother was kind of dry about him too. But the second time, I'm like, yes, say yes. But that's our cliffhanger because that's the season finale. So, you know, she pregnant. Did the impregnation work? Is she pregnant with the donor? Is he going to accept it? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? And this is actually a finale, not like no, you know. So that's what we got. Thank you so much for watching, sharing, subscribing, liking. Welcome. If this is your first time with me, come on back and watch my other reviews. I got to do Greenleaf for last week and for this week, and I have to do y'all, I don't know what happened with the Veronica show on the Haves and the Have-Nots. I saw it in real time, but I wasn't taking notes because I'm like, I'm gonna watch it and take notes. I can't seem to get it on my Kodi on demand. I can't seem to get it, so I'm just gonna have to reconstruct something to finish out my playlist. But I'm working on 200 subscribers, so if you are not yet a subscriber, today is your day. And welcome, welcome, welcome. And that's what I got. Today is the best day ever. Be you, be fabulous. It's like 90 degrees in Detroit in September 20th. It's almost October. Be you, be fabulous, you. Peace.